Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Runs through the contact. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now Leonard Fournette, and some space here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Foles on target to Oliver, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Foles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 39. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They hand off to their big tight end. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now Foles. And this is caught at the 8. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Out. Show it in. Match box. Right. Check 13.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 22 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy. And
he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with the
ampersand?
I like it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to look deep down the field. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
44. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Now Jackson. And And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Dancing to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete over the middle to O'Shaughnessy. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Easy.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Fournette running right. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Throw right side of the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
A 41-yard gain. 1st down, Jaguars.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver in the final seconds of the 1st half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Jaguars 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's get that ball right here. Check. Fresno.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They'll set up the throw. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done. Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Ingram. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 39, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here, nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move to the right.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Fournette. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Foles. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. On the return is Irvin. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
SOS. Check 52.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Right here. Alert 3. Alert 1. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the Ravens' 39-yard line.
Hey, sound one. Right now, let's go. Hey, here we go. Mike 48.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And finding Keelan Cole. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now Fournette. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. On 2nd and 9, Foles, and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will shave one more off this lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check three.
To throw is Jackson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. High throw, but the catch is made. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Ingram. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Third and 7.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Ravens on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Jackson, and he's got Snead. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. Ingram. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this